Fallout, Wastelander, and Big Iron. When I say these three things, your mind explores like the wanderer you are. But why are those things relevant right now? Today, we will be exploring the Old World Blues mod here in Hearts of Iron 4. A mod that tells the story of North America after the bombs drop. Settlers are scattered everywhere and crazy people even more so. But it's time for a long-awaited justice to be served. After the bombs fell, some of the settlements that survived to see another day were the natives, and what better to reclaim the land that was taken from them than to team up? That's right, today we're hopping in as a native nation with the goal to ally our fellow native brethren and reconquer our homeland. And what better native nation than the nation of Standing Rock with our leader, Shapper Wagner. Now remember, of course, before we do jump into everything, to click the like button and click that subscribe button. Every little helps, and I do upload modded HOI4 content here on the channel every single week, so drop the sub to stay tuned, and without further ado, let's jump on in. So firstly, looking around, there are already two allies that have really gained my attention, and that is the Iron Confederacy in the north with Jezebel the Red Doe, and over here with not Camilla. Who is it? Was it these guys? Yes, the Silix, or the Silks Nation, led by Grand Chief Unkwala. These are the two allies that we need for the north, and then maybe Nitsitapi. And then after that, we're gonna move south, and I want to get with the Cherokee and the Choctaw. Now, starting out, I will be honest, I don't really play the Old World Blues mod. This is a very new experience for me to some extent. So I'm literally just going to go straight down the industry path first and foremost. It seems to be the standard in any HOI4 mod, any playthrough, is that industry is key if you want to survive, and that is what I'm all about right now. Also, following the same logic, I'm going to come down my huge focus tree, and then we're going to go over to the west, and go down this route, which gives us factories, gives us trade bonuses, gives us resources and equipment. So now we have a quick event, the Seven Fires Smoldering, which is essentially talking about a union of 7 councils that basically was made to protect the natives. And with this, we have a choice to make. We will never forget this tragedy, but we will get justice. One gives us construction speed, one gives us breakthrough. I know which one I'm taking. The tragedy will never be forgotten. Okay, so we fast forwarded now quite a few years, and the world is ever changing, and I need to pull my thumb out. Going through my focus tree, I worked on my industry. As you can see, I did the main focuses so that I can get this major important buff to Shapper. I mean, plus 10 division speed, plus 10 breakthrough, compliance for core in -15. That's amazing. But the most important was this cavalry buff, because this cavalry buff gives me recovery rate and speed. It also gives me speed for all of my divisions, supply consumption, division attack, cavalry attack, and there's even more of that the further down this line I go. But with that all being said, we are now about to complete this focus here, reclaim the birthright, and this gives us a core on the forefathers, and then we've got another one for the historians right over here, which is old history for a new world, and I'm going to take both of these guys if I can. And with our core in place, I'm going to have to say hello to Mr. Booth Crow, because yeah, I'm declaring war, and I'm sending my cavalry and my infantry units right on in. Oh my god. Look at all that green. Just for context, as well as what my divisions are currently looking like, I have my Outriders 2, or my normal Outriders here, which are basically the same. And I have my combat group, which is like this with demolitions attached. When I can start producing, I'm gonna add a fire team too. And without too much resistance, the forefathers have crumbled. Select all, submit demands, take all, don't mind if I do. And with us on the verge of completing an old history for a new world, which gives us the claim upon the historians, I want to take a further look at these focuses. So what they do, they increase our our economy value and all of this. It gives us a bunch of claims. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna straight ahead and go ahead and take out anyone who stands in my way by following through these focuses. I'm going to carry on going through my focuses here. There's nothing to worry about. I'm just going to keep expanding and building as I have been off camera, because I want to save more time in this video for the great expansion. Like I said, we're uniting all of America under native tribes. I'm going to be doing a lot of off-camera grinding. If there's anything like mega that stands out, I'll let you know. Okay, so as you can see, things have changed quite a bit. We are now in the year 2288, and Standing Rock is quite big. As you can see, we've got quite the industry working, and I've basically maxed out my research. Most of it was spent sitting idly, but as it stands, I have conquered all the remaining territories around me. Now we are in the growth period and the challenging part as well. The challenging part is expanding our native brethren. We have Nitsistapi, who I have made a puppet, and we also have the Iron Confederacy, who I have also made a puppet. Next on the puppet and expansion, we're going to be getting rid of these guys here, splitting them between both the Iron and the Nitsitapi, and then we're going to go into the Silix Nation and puppet these guys. After that, we're going to have to turn our eyes south and rescue our brethren over here because the Choctaw and the other native has just been eaten by the Provisional Republic of Texas. Goddamn Texas. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be quite a challenge because Caesar's Republic, the Kaiser and all of that, he's just completely bottled it. And we now have the Legion of Hades. Yeah. Caius Drusus is leading Hades. And there's also New Canaan, who are at war with them for some reason. There's also, not to forget about the NCR, the oh so wonderful NCR, the NCR with 500 divisions. Oh, NCR, you are a headache. But that is the game plan. I do have this, so I can go ahead and just core all these states to hopefully get tons and tons and tons of manpower. But it is going to be a lengthy time period. I don't want to sit here idly and waste your time whilst commentating. So again, I'll do that off camera, just building up. I do have some fun templates like my tank templates. I also have my light robot templates because although we're natives, we need firepower. So I'm going to run again. I'm going to run off camera and I'm just going to build, develop, expand. So we got Nitsastape and Iron Confederacy working together here. Then I will tune back in after we've secured this whole area under hopefully a Silix Nation puppet. And then after that, hopefully I'll have an army big enough to where we can wage war in the south as one big native blob. Okay, so once again, fast forwarding, now we're in 2295. Bro, the years are just flying on past. As you guys can see, the Northern Native Alliance is slowly standing strong. We've got Standing Rock, the Iron Confederacy, Nitsitapi, and the Silix Nation. As you can also see, we've managed to build up a massive army, which is nice. It's still not comparable to the NCR with their stupid numbered 600 division, or the Legion of Hades with their 234. I think I can take Hades. I feel like Hades is takeable. However, with that being said, we still have some more of our allies to free and lands to conquer. We have these guys down here, the Dead Horse Tribe, to free. We need to release from the Order and from the Belden area the native tribe down here that was once known as the Crow Creek. And we also need to give our brothers in arms, the Navajo, a little bit of a reality check because they've decided to side with the bad guys. So that being the case, I'm going to start preparing. I think our next target is probably going to be these guys, free Crow Creek. Expand them a little bit here. I will expand further south so I can get more factories, and then we'll start to move westward with our allies, taking out Heaven's Gate, the Timberline, Portman, Elko Posse, and then maybe I'll save the NCR for last. And it's another day, it's another dawn, and right now good old Shapper Wagner is about to go into the Belden Authority with our declaration of war. I'm not entirely sure how this is going to go. It's looking green, but it's also not looking too hot at the same time. That's kind of a mix. I feel like that's mostly positive. If worst case scenario, I do have my tank divisions on standby. Looking at the situation in the sky as well, we are decently doing in the cast department, and we're also doing well in our anti-air, like our air preparation defenses. But yeah, it seems like they've also got their own actual forms of anti-air that does not have wings. And just like that, the Native American motorbike hordes have just been let loose. They do not know how to deal with it. They do not know how to handle it. The mechanized motorbike divisions are just going absolutely mental. And thanks to our tanks, we finally secured a foothold in Fort Pierre. I'm just going to let my tanks and my mechanized divisions go absolutely mental. Put them here. Give me my spearhead and just go for the border. Let loose, my little one. Go crazy. Oh my god. Yes, it's happening. It's happening. So that was purely accidental. I freed them as a puppet and I tried to give them the territory in the peace treaty, but I completely misclicked and I ended up taking it myself, which I really did not want to do because I'm already kind of struggling for manpower, and I'm already trying to core so much territory. I don't need any more. I'm quite okay in terms of territory. So that sucks. Okay, well, I'm just going to imagine that someday maybe I'll be able to give this to Crow Creek. I have no idea. Anyway, on to the next. I'm going to try and free another brethren down here with the dead horses. Okay, Okay, so it is now the 4th of March 2301, and we are about to take Dead Horse. We're about to expand a little bit further, and hopefully by taking Dead Horse, we can wrap up the area of New Canaan, Crazy Fawns, Elko Posse, Sky Reavers, Sorrows, Sleepers, maybe even New Vegas, and have our last big ally before we push into the Legion of Hades. I'm not entirely sure what to expect here, because although I do overpower them, especially numerically, I am in the mountains and I'm on dodgy terrain. I don't know what it's going to look like, because look, I've got desert. Look at that attrition. Look at that chance to get sick. Look at that supply truck attrition. That's terrible. Right, how bad is it? Oh, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. There we go, and just like that, the dead horses are done. So we're going to go ahead and puppet select all. Thank you very much. But I've just realized this is not our last native brethren in the area, excluding Navajo, but the Sorrows. The Sorrows are tribal. I didn't know that they were tribal. I did not know the Sorrows were tribal. I clicked on the Sleepers originally. I thought, oh, Director's Yarn. That does not sound tribal. So we're going to go ahead and take Sorrows as well. And I feel like the way I'm going to divide this territory is I'll give this area here to Dead Horse, and then this area here to Dead Horse. And then Sorrows will probably take this area, a big chunk of New Cali, and then maybe New Vegas, and then Flagstaff. But I am interested in New Canaan. But and I do want to express this. Although I'm a Fallout fan, I'm not a diehard, right? I liked Fallout 3. I liked Fallout 4. I liked New Vegas. I didn't touch 76. I didn't touch 1, 2, or Tactics. I also didn't touch any of the DLC. However, correct me if I'm wrong, but was not New Canaan a location of one of the New Vegas DLCs? Please fact check that for me. If it is, let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so here we are now in 2303, and things are starting to heat up. We've got Hades versus the NCR and New Vegas, and we need to move south. We also have 2 more divisions than what they have max, so I'm just going to take this as an opportunity. We're going after the Legion of Hades. Let's just go for it. So most of Hades' troops is on the border with California. They have routed some to me, but I feel like we can take this opportunity and absolutely just decimate them. I'm going to go ahead, trigger the war, and literally just put every single division I have in motion. Hopefully, I mean, it's looking mostly green. I can't say much else. I'm going to call these guys to arms so that I can use their border as well to cross. I'm just hoping this stays mostly green and I can catch them with their pants down. And after a long old wait, it is finally done. The Legion of Hades was such a slugfest, but I'm gonna try and get what I can out of this. I do have player led on, but I will go out of my way to make this fair. Okay, and that's the result of the P still. Unfortunately, I had to take a big chunk of land for myself, which I didn't want to do, because I freed the Western Apache, the Hualapai, I can't even say this, sorry, Hualapai, we puppeted the Navajo, and we also puppeted the Tohono. The NCR got a bit of chunk over here, and New Vegas expanded a little bit too. Now, the reason I'm peeved is because the Hualapai was supposed to get all of this. The Tohono was going to get all of this. The Apache were going to get all of this, and the Navajo were going to get all of this. But I can't do that because for some reason I cannot give land to a puppet in peace deals in Old World Blues like I can in base vanilla. I don't know. Maybe I'm useless and I just don't know how, but that's just me. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead, expand, take the ciphers, take the circle junction, prepare for Mexico, because apparently Mexico's coming after me, which you did not expect. And then I'll clear up this area off camera, get my puppets that I need. And then once I'm ready, finish off Heaven Gate, Timberline, Portman, and then the next part you guys will see outside of the war against Mexico will be the final showdown against NCR. Okie dokie, so here we are. It is finally time for our final showdown. We've managed to secure the land over here under the Chickasaw Muskogee. I've gone ahead and used the autonomy function to absorb the Apaches and the other guys down here. I've also done the same with the Crows and the Irons up here, just to make the borders look a little bit nicer. But now is the final showdown. Intel says they've got between 188 and 333, and we are currently sitting at 240. So I think there's no better time than now to go after the NCR. So let's just put this playthrough that has taken way more time than I would like to admit. I'm not even a play with you guys. I've been filming this for like 3 days now. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish off the NCR once and for all. And with all of my orders active, ready to go, it's time to click the declare war button. I'm going to go ahead and call all of my allies, including my allies from Mexico, of which I did not tell you about. Mexico invaded us, and we won. So in result, rather than giving them a nice peace deal, I just gave them a very, very messy puppet show. Quite literally a messy puppet show. But with that being said, let's have a look how we do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a lot of green. Oh, that is a lot of green. Oh, Reparoni NCR. And just like that, we have our peace treaty. I took a look through it, and there's only one person that we can actually puppet from this, and that will be the Shoshone, the tribals in the north. I believe they're in the north. Yeah, they're in the north. So I'm going to go ahead and puppet them, and I'm going to take everything else for myself, because at the end of the day, I did all the legwork, and I feel like it's only just. And just like that, we finally have our peace treaty. I'll be honest, I'm not gonna do any more. I could go for New Vegas, I could go for Klamath, I could go for go for these guys down here, the four ways, but I'm gonna be honest, I can't be bothered. I've played this way too much and way too long. So what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm actually gonna wrap it up here. I feel like we've retaken America as the native nations, and I will neaten everything up so that the thumbnail the thumbnail looks good, basically. So with that being said, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Again, it was quite fun, but it was very, very long, and I think because of how long Old World Blues takes, it would be a very long time before I come back to doing Old World Blues on the channel. But with that being said, thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to, of course, click the like button and or subscribe, share with friends that grow for the channel, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video I do. Till then, have a good one, and all the best. Ta-da!